Good morning, gentlemen. At this time, I call on the County of Triola for the Color Guard. Please advance the proud colors of this great nation. Salute! Post colors. Two. At this time, scripture reading. County of Stenberg, City of Maitland. Citizen number 0310, Nicholas Tano. Nick? Uncover.
Blessed is the man that walketh, not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord. But his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. Amen.
Is Trevor Fitzgerald here? Please come forward. Salute the colors. Colors are over here. The Pledge of Allegiance will be led by County of Triola, City of Herzog. Citizens number 681, Trevor Fitzgerald.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yesterday when we played this national anthem, you guys are already starting to raise the roof. Sing it from your heart, sing it loud and proudly. Maestro. Thank you, gentlemen. At this time, boys Armada. If we can get it up on the board. Maestro. Gentlemen, you were louder last night. You must be tired today. It was not loud enough. Maestro, one more time, please. That was better, but I know it could be louder. One more time. Go for it. Let's hear it, guys. We're going to get that louder yet. We got a couple days to work on it. There's been some confusion when you salute, when you're coming on the stage, the colors and so on. All veterans can render a military salute. For those that aren't veterans, you should remove your hat. Place your hat or your hand over your heart. If you do have a cover, you should take it off. The only ones that won't be the troopers, the sheriffs. They're in uniform. Do you want to practice this? Young man, come up to the stairs. Please. When he goes to approach, watch his actions. Stop, face the colors. Actually, they're over here, either one. Face the colors, put your hand over your heart. And then you would approach. Okay. Now when you go to leave, you walk up to the step, stop, turn around, face the flags, render another salute, turn, exit. Try it. Stop, turn, salute. You're good. Thank you, sir. So we got that straightened out. Like it or not, We all have to speak in front of groups. Many people hate speaking in front of groups. Some people would rather be set on fire in their chair than stand up to speak. Regardless of how we feel about our own speaking, our speaker today can help us all become efficient communicators. Fred Ashford is the president of Ashford Associates. He is an experienced salesman, speaker, trainer, writer, and consultant. His book, Speaking Connection, How to Connect with Every Audience and Become a Successful Speaker, is available on Amazon in ebook or paperback. Okay. Fred's program has been well received by over 20,000 people who have attended and participated in them. Fred is a graduate of Morrisville College, SUNY College in Cortland, and the School of Management at SUNY Binghamton. He has been presenting at New York State Boys State for over 10 years. Today, Fred will give a program entitled, the same title, The Success Triangle and how it relates to speaking and life. Gentlemen, citizens of Boys State, let's give a big round of applause for our speaker today, Fred Ashford.
Are you excited about being here today? All right, great. Well, we're going to have some fun. I want to start with congratulations. You were selected to come to Boys State. You're going to have a great week here. And I like to use the quote, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. And you have taken that step. And after this week at Boys State, you'll never be the same. It'll be a great experience for you. Have a great time. My son came here about 20 years ago, and he still to this day meets people. I know you from Boys State. Yeah, I'm a Boys Stater. And it doesn't matter if your father may have been a Boys Stater. Do we have anybody here whose father was a Boys Stater? There you go. So this is a generational thing. Keep it going, and whenever you go out, when you go off to school or go to work or go in the military, you're going to meet people that were also in Boys State. Kind of like have a nice common bond. Now, my son talked, when he came here, after he left, he talked to the Marines. And I suggested you talk to the Marines, too. Your recruiter, the recruiter may be contacting you. You don't know. But anyway, my son did not join the Marines. He joined the Army Reserve and went off to college, and they helped pay for college for him. And then, after that, he did a year in Iraq, and we were really proud of him for that, and he's very, very strong military supporter. Now, is anybody here listening to a radio? Did you know you're all listening to the radio right now? You know what you're listening to? You're listening to a station on the radio called WIIFM. You know what that is? What's in it for me? Whenever a speaker gets up to speak, you're thinking, well, why should I listen? What's in it for me? So I have to tell you right now that becoming a good speaker is extremely important. It's important now. It's important the rest of your life. You have a huge advantage if you are a good speaker. I'm going to talk about three things today: attitude, technique, and behavior. It's called the success triangle: attitude, technique, and behavior. It all starts with the right attitude. And I know you guys all have a great attitude, or you wouldn't have come here. Now, attitude. Everything starts with the right attitude. Henry Ford said, if you think you can and you think you can't, you're right. Think about that. If you think you can and you think you can't, you're right. So have that positive attitude. That's the kind of people that people want to work with, want to employ, and you want to be friends with people with a great attitude. Next, attitude, technique. Technique is learn how to do something. If there's something you want to do, you start with the attitude, I can do that. And then the technique, you learn how to do it. I don't care if it's reading, I don't care if it's watching YouTube, whatever, but then you learn how to do it. Next comes behavior, and that's the tough part. That's doing it. Because lots of people talk about doing great things, but they don't. And I love the quote that says, many people dream of doing great things, and other people get out of bed and do them. Make sure that you're that person who gets out of bed and does them. Don't just talk. Talk is cheap. And they say, put your money where your mouth is. And Wayne Gretzky, the great hockey player, he said, you miss 100% of the shots you never take. So take those shots and try things. And I'm going to really encourage you today to fail. Failure is good. If you've never failed at anything, you haven't tried very much. So you've got to try. If you fail, so what? You learn from it and go on to something else. But try. So attitude, technique, and behavior. Now, how does that apply to speaking? Who here is going to be the governor here at Boise State this year? Raise your hand, please. Well, there's got to be more than one of you. Okay, okay. Come on now. Wait a minute. Okay, well, let me start with this attitude thing. First of all, any of you, all of you, could be the governor this year. So some of you have a really good attitude about things, and you're gonna go for it, and that's great. Now we're going to talk about whoever is the governor this year. I can assure you right away, they are a good speaker. Because we've never had a governor that wasn't a good speaker, because speaking is important. They're going to have to get up and speak in front of the whole group, large groups, and they've got to be good at it. Now, I'm going to talk about 4 different types of speakers. Listen, number 1 is the person who hates speaking and avoids it. Number 2, dislikes speaking. They don't really like to do it. They do it if they have to, but they don't really like it. Number 3, likes to speak and will speak whenever asked. Fine, that's fine. And then there's the number 4. And the 4, they'll speak anytime, anywhere, any place. And sometimes it's hard to shut them up. Now, how many of you are on number 1? You dislike speaking. Don't be shy about it. If you have a few that dislike speaking, okay. How many of you, or wait a minute, how many of you hate speaking? How many are 1? Do we have any 1s here? Oh, we got a few 1s, okay. How about number 2, you dislike it? Oh my gosh. And how about number 3, you like it? That's the majority right there. And where's those number 4s? Oh my gosh, that's quite a few number 4s too. Okay, no matter if you're a 1, 2, 3, or 4, you can always get better. But speaking is extremely, extremely important. And out of 100 people, you might find 1 that is really a good speaker. So when I always tell people, when you become a good speaker, you stand above the crowd. And that's what you want to do. Stand above the crowd. Not just speaking, but in life. Now, technique. We talked about attitude. Let's talk about some techniques. I'm going to give you five different techniques, 5 different things that you can use to become a better speaker. 1, first of all, remember, the audience is number 1. This isn't about me today. This is about you. And as soon as you as the speaker understand that the audience is the most important, you want to give them something. They're important, not you. And lots of times speakers get up and say, I. No, it's not about you. It's about them and how you can help them become better at whatever. So it's very important. Remember, the audience is number 1. Extremely important. Talk to their needs and think about what they're thinking, what's in it for me. I've had people say before, I was speaking and they weren't listening. You know why they weren't listening? Because what you had to say wasn't important to them. So make sure that what you're speaking about is important to your audience. Okay, number 2, enthusiasm and passionate. How many people here are passionate about something? Oh my gosh, that's almost all of it. That's all of you, I think. That's great. Well, you know, I'm not talking about your girlfriend. I'm talking about something else, okay? Everybody passionate about something, okay. If you're passionate about that thing, I don't care what it is, speak about it. You'll do a great job every time. Unfortunately, sometimes we get stuck speaking. I remember in school I had to give a speech about Robert E. Lee. You know what? I didn't care about Robert E. Lee, and my speech was probably terrible. But if you had me speak about something that I really like, wow, So be passionate. Be enthusiastic, because a great speech does not come from here. Doesn't come from here. It comes right from here. And the interesting thing is, even though you are only, I'll say only 16, 17, 18 years old, you've had stuff happen in your life that's interesting. And there is some pretty heavy and interesting and unusual and different things that have happened in your life that you can speak about, and you don't need any notes, baby. You could speak because it's happened to you. It's coming right from the heart. I did some work a while back with the Organ Donation Group, and one of the gentlemen, he said, I speak to groups. I'd love to speak to groups. I had a heart transplant. But every time I go to speak to groups, I cry. Is that a problem? I don't think so. Now, if he was up here speaking and he started talking about his transplant and he started crying, you know what you would do? You would listen. You would feel that. You would feel that emotion, and actually you might start a little bit yourself. Is that a powerful speech? Is that something you remember? Absolutely yes. So, every speech, you've got to have enthusiasm and passion. It's extremely important. Next, look your best. Now, do we have any Marines that are still here in the room, or do they leave? They all leave. Okay, they all left. I can talk about them. Now, the Marines, you watch those Marines, and you could spot a Marine. Do you have any here? Oh, okay, there's a Marine. You can always spot a Marine. It doesn't matter if they've got their Marine clothes on or not. They carry themselves. You guys stand tall and straight. You got good posture. You don't see a Marine slumping around. And that's real important. That shows people that you are confident. And when you're speaking, obviously you want to look your best. And you want your shoulders back. You want to look confident. And the other thing you want to do is smile. Because when you see somebody with a smile on their face, it makes a difference. And it makes you more approachable if you've got that smile. So have that smile on your face, keep your shoulders back, look confident whenever you speak. Look your best. Sound your best, loud and clear, obviously. Then there's a thing in speaking, in public speaking, that we see all the time. It's called padding. Padding is when you, put in, words and, sounds that drive the audience crazy. So you record yourself before you do your speech, and you listen for it as you're speaking so that you can get rid of that padding. Stop padding. Next, connecting with your audience. Wow. You show people you care about them by listening to them. It's the most important thing you can do to somebody, for somebody to show that you care, is to listen to them. Listen to your audience. And never speak to a group. I mean that. And today, I'm not speaking to a group. I'm using what we call iClasp to connect with each one of you and to speak with you one at a time. And what I'm doing is I'm making eye contact, iClasp with someone. I finish my sentence with them. I might smile. They might smile back. They might smile back. They might smile back. There, okay, we get it. And then I go on to the next person, to another person, speak directly to them. And then I can speak directly to you. Especially, think of this. If I'm asking for money, I'm asking, please donate to us, give us money. I can't not look at you. I've got to look at you, and I've got to say, we need your support. This is important. I've had people say before, someone taught me if you're nervous, you should find a spot on the back wall to talk to. Well, today, if I spoke to that spot on the back wall, I wouldn't connect with any of you. It would be a disaster. I've got to speak directly to each one of you, one at a time. And I do that with this thing called iClasp. And anything longer than 3 to 5 seconds, and you're staring. And it makes people very uncomfortable, so don't stare at people. 3 to 5 seconds, okay? Very, very, very important. And as I had mentioned before, emotion, passion is extremely important. And like I said, there's things that have happened in your life, speak about them, and you'll do a great job every time. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk about, well, I'm gonna throw something else in. There is a woman who's very famous, and most people probably don't learn much about her now. Her name is Mary Kay Ash. And Mary Kay Ash started Mary Kay Cosmetics. And she has some great quotes. And one of the quotes that she has says, "Everyone has an invisible sign around their neck." Do you know what that sign says? That sign says, "Make me feel important." So when you meet somebody, do you see that sign around their neck? Do you make them feel important? Do you ask about them? And better yet, do you shut up and listen? It's extremely important. So see that sign. I taught one of my grandsons, he's very good at that. Oh my gosh. And when he meets older people, adults, and he meets them, he asks about them. And whenever I see him, he says, "How's your day going, Grandpa?" And I'm like, "Good, I'm doing this and that. How about you?" And that's a wonderful thing. There are three types of people in this world that you will meet, and you've already met some, and you're going to meet some this week, and you're going to meet them wherever you go. Three types of people. The first one is a bore, and a bore talks about themselves. I this, I that, I did that, I, all about themselves. That's a bore. The second one is a gossip. Bore talks about themselves, a gossip talks about other people. Did you hear about him? Did you hear about that? Did you hear about so-and-so? Whatever. And then the third one is a brilliant conversationalist, and they talk about you. So when you meet somebody, rather than talking about yourself, you ask them, "Hi, where are you from? What do you do? What do you do?" This, ask. And guess what? We all love people who care about us. And when you meet somebody who asks about you and cares about you, it's huge. So do that this week when you meet people. I love to say, "Oh, where was that person from?" "I don't know." "Well, you talked to him for an hour." Well, I don't know. And it turns out they were the one that was doing all the talking, so they don't know anything about the other person. They were a bore. So be a brilliant conversationalist as well. And another quick point is, how do you make people feel? Do you make people feel good or not so good? I have a relative who would go outside, it's in the winter, and I'd go out and go, and I said, "Boy, it's cold out here." He says, "Of course it's cold, it's winter." In other words, what are you, stupid? No. So how do you make people feel? After they leave you, are they happy to see you? And how you make, it isn't what you do or say, it's how you make people feel. Make sure that you make people feel good. Okay, now, behavior. We talked about attitude, having the right attitude about speaking. We just talked about some techniques. Now let's talk real quickly about behavior. This week, you coming to Boise State is a huge step. And for some of you, you may have never been to anything like this, so it's even better. You're away from home for a week without phones, I believe, or no, with your phones, not with your phones attached to you all the time. So you've done something that's huge, that's really, really big. You stepped out of your comfort zone, and I'm going to encourage all of you. You're all in your comfort zone where everything is fine and it's comfortable and it's neat. What you want to do, always reach out of that comfort zone. Step out of that comfort zone. Do something that you're afraid of. Do something you've never done before. And you think back, wow, a year ago I never would have done this. I've changed. You're like a balloon. Once you blow up that balloon once, you let the air out of it, guess what? It's never the same again. So keep inflating yourself. Keep getting bigger and doing more and more things because you will grow. It's a fantastic thing. You gotta do it. So what I'm going to ask you to do is go back to your American Legion and speak. Volunteer. Tell them, "I'd like to speak. I'd like to tell you about my Boise State experience." And make sure that you tell them about your experience. Now, the interesting thing is here, It'll be fun. It'll be fun to tell them about it because you can just tell them about what you learned and how much fun it was and who you met and what you did and this and that. And they'll be happy to have you speak. And also, it's just a real nice thing to do. That helps them to understand that their investment in Boys State is important. So I encourage all of you to go back and speak. They will appreciate it, and they'll continue to send people to Boys State every year. Now, I have 3 quick stories that I will share with you, because everybody has to be. You are all passionate about something. I'm going to tell you real quickly 3 things that I am passionate about. The first thing that I'm passionate about is public speaking. You may have already guessed that. The second thing that I'm passionate about is organ donation. Now, my wife was born with a disease called cystic fibrosis. And when we got married, and she was doing okay, and then when she got into her 30s, she started getting sicker and sicker. And by the time she was in her late 30s, she was very sick. Her lungs were destroyed from infection, and she needed a double lung transplant to live. We waited 2 years on a list, and we got the call 5 o'clock in the morning, July, whatever, 1993. We flew to Pittsburgh, and she received double lung transplant. She received the lungs of a 19-year-old boy from Columbus, Ohio, who was hit by a car and killed. And because that family donated his organs, she lived, and another person received his heart, and another person received his liver, 2 people received his kidneys, and are alive because of that organ donation. It's something that's very important. And my wife went on to live 30 years longer, longer than just about anybody with a double lung transplant. And unfortunately, she died a couple of years ago of cancer. But it's real, real, real important, organ donation. Just keep that in the back of your mind, okay? Very important, that I'm passionate about. Now, the third thing is, I'm going to ask, how many of you guys in here dance? Raise your hand. I'm not going to have you come up and dance with me. But wait a minute. We have 10, 15, 20 of you that dance. That's all? Let me tell you something. Girls love to dance. Women love to dance. So what is wrong here, guys? You gotta get dancing. Now, when I went off to college, I took ballroom dance at Cortland State. And wow, was that ever great. Great experience. And my wife was also there. She took it at another time there. And we danced for 50 years. Great time. We danced everywhere. And I highly recommend it. And now that I'm widower, I can go out places and dance anytime I want because I know how to dance. We talk about speaking in confidence. If you know how to dance, it's very, very helpful. Now, a couple years ago when I was here, when I finished, we did some questions and answers, and somebody said, "Will you dance for us?" And I looked around, and none of these guys wanted to dance with me. And I don't know why. But anyway, nobody wanted to dance with me. So you know what I did this year? I decided to bring somebody along so I could just very briefly show you guys. My friend Taylor is here, and her husband is Ryan. He was a Boys Stater how many years ago? Long time ago. He was a Boys Stater. So anyway, Taylor, would you join me here for a minute? And we can ask the band. You got to come down around this side. And we will. Let's hear it for Taylor. Thank you, Taylor, for joining me. See, guys, this is what you get when you learn how to dance. Maestro, can you play something for us? Thanks. Ready, guys? Listen to this band. Sounds a little lame, huh? See, I knew they'd like it.
How long have you been doing it?
25 years.
Oh my God.
Same speech. Get over here. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you. Oh, my gosh. Wow. See, guys, it's real important, let me tell you. Oh, my gosh. Thank you, Taylor. That was great. Let's hear it one more time for Taylor. Wow. That was great. Okay, that concludes the main part of my program. We have time for a few questions, and then I'll do a real quick conclusion. So, what are you going to do? Set up the microphones?
Microphone's over there.
Okay, you have a microphone over here.
Yep.
If you have a question, what are your rules with a question? Their name and their
Your name,
number. Name,
and,
no.
serial number.
Yeah, give your name and your serial number, and then ask the question, okay? So who wants to ask questions? You can line up here at the microphone. Okay, you want to go over there to the microphone? Yeah. We got time for a few. Okay, your name, your serial number, and your question, please.
My name is Patrick Braley. My number is 452. And what is your greatest accomplishment?
Pardon, my greatest
Accomplishment.
accomplishment. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, my greatest accomplishment probably, I guess you'd have to say, is being a husband and father. But as far as other things, that's a hard job, guys. It's a hard job. Other things, I wrote a book a few years ago, and that was a real challenge and a lot of fun, and I recommend that someday you write a book. Anybody can do it. It's fun. Next question.
Hello, sir. I'm Kyle McKay, number 434 from Shilenburg County, and I was wondering, what is the best speech you think you've given, or the most fun, best crowd energy for your speeches?
The best speech that I can give? No doubt. No doubt. It's right here every year. This is
Let's go, boys! Stay!
guys are the best. Wow.
My name is Abram Arms, number 0234 from Lyman, New York, in Fish County.
Wow.
If you ever feel nervous before a big speech, what are some strategies that you use to get over that nervousness?
If you ever feel nervous, what do you do before that? Well, I had people say to me before, well, you can take some Valium. And I'm thinking, no, gee, don't ever do anything stupid like that. Nervous is okay. And you know what? Nervous is just nervous energy. And it's a good thing to be nervous. If you're not nervous, you're pretty dull and flat. If you're nervous, you're a little bit wound up and you're good. The best thing you can do is come early, be prepared. I don't mean memorize your speech. I mean be prepared. Come early, meet people, talk to people, be friendly, and they're your friends. And then when they're your friends, that makes a difference. It makes it lowers your nerves a little bit. And also, it's real important that you're just yourself and friendly. Now, don't take anything. Just practice your beginning and know your beginning cold, because once you get through your beginning, then it rolls. So,
Thank you.
Sure.
Go Fish County.
Hello, my name is Shang Lin. And my number is 307. My question to you is that you've been a great salesman throughout your career. What is your secret to sales, and how do you make people believe in what you believe?
oh, hey, what's my secret to sales? Yeah, okay. The secret to sales is don't ever sell anybody anything they don't want or need. You shut up and ask them what their problem is, how things are going. And they will tell you what their problem is, and if you can solve that problem, you're hired. If not, then go someplace else.
Now, I'm stuck in between, people giving me a lot of objections, So how would I go about overcoming those objections and really portraying them picture or bringing them along emotions for them to buy whatever product I'm selling them?
Okay, well, lots of times people give objections just because they want to play a game with you. They don't want to buy right away. So objections are good. You're talking, and you can answer the objections and just keep rolling with them. But again, when you're in sales, you shut up. Let them talk. And when they give you an objection, say, is that something that's important to you? Tell me why. Well, tell me what. Have them do all the talking, and they will buy. Be more likely to buy, rather than you talking at them. I hope that helps.
That's hell of advice. Thank you.
I don't know how many you want to do. Just this group.
I got a last man in
Okay,
there.
good.
Hello, my name is Omar Vanagepong, and I was wondering, during your speech, what was that first quote you said about, it was something, waking up, what was it?
Yeah.
It was, some people dream, like, every day. How'd it go?
Where is that quote from?
You were in your speech
Yeah,
in the beginning.
the quote is, many people dream of doing great things, and other people get out of bed and do them. And that's what you want to do, is get out of bed and do it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. I have a friend who gets out of bed and does things, and it's amazing, because don't mention something to him, because he'll say, you know what, that's a good idea. He'll say, I'm going to do that. And he will. And you're like, how are you going to do that? Well, I'm going to do it. So anyway, be that person who gets out of bed and does it, not just talk about it. Yes?
Good day, sir. I am Sullivan Whiting, 0076 of McNeely. Come on. Raise it, yeah! So, my main question is that you separated your two of them. You have attitude and behavior. How are they different?
How are they different? Attitude and behavior? Oh,
Yes.
Attitude. You can have a great attitude. I believe in this, and I believe in that, and I believe in that. And, oh, yeah, you can have a great attitude. Behavior is what you do. Okay, in sales, we were talking with a gentleman before. You can go to a seminar and learn about sales, and you could say, I'm going to make $1 million. I'm going to be great. I got the best attitude. I'm really going to go for it. Then you get back to your office, and you can't pick up the phone to call people. That's behavior, is doing it. You got to do something. And today, too, behavior is really tied into what we're talking about today, because you can learn this today and you can get all excited and say, I'm going to be this and that, but then you don't do anything. Behavior is doing it. So that's why I mentioned go back to your legion and speak to them, because that's doing something. You're out of bed, go do it.
And I don't have it on me right now, but could you sell me a pen?
I sell you a pen? No. Only if you need a pen. I don't know if you need a pen.
Well,
You have a whole package of pens. You're all set.
well,
You don't
you
need
don't
me.
know that necessarily. I need to write on something. Could you sell me a pen?
Could I sell you a pen?
Could you sell me a pen? I need to use something to write. I need a pen.
If you need a pen, I'd let you buy one of mine. How's that?
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Hello, sir. I am Citizen Baxter, number 0543 of County Pedro. And the question that I have is, have you ever encountered a stale crowd in public speaking? And if so, how did you get them interested in the topic or overcome their staleness?
Okay. My question was, did I ever get a stale crowd? When I was speaking. When you're talking about a crowd that's a dud, that's nothing?
Yeah, just totally not
Okay.
engaged.
Well, that's a good question, and I won't refer to the book too much. But anyway, you should know your audience before you speak. And did you know that I know you? I know who you guys are, and I know what Boy Staters are, and I studied them for years about what Boy Staters are. Know your audience and what's important to them. So if they're stale, it's because you didn't know them, you didn't get to know them, and you're not speaking to what's important to them. So you should never speak to a cold crowd. Before you speak to any group, you ask all about them. You can find out as much as you can about them ahead of time. And then even if you can't do that, you can talk to people, and you come early. What did I say? Come early and talk to people and get some feel for them. But you can't just, you really should never just step up in front of a cold crowd and speak to them because, yeah, they might be. You know, what if I went to speak and talk about my hunting trip and all my great hunting trips, and I realized this is the PETA group. I didn't know they were the PETA group, right? And now that would be a stale crowd, right? So always find out as much as you can about your audience ahead of time. That way they're not stale. They're a little fresh and a little warmed up, and they'll respond to you better.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
My name is Dakota. My number is 337, and my question to you is, how do you keep such an upbeat attitude while you're just talking to a bunch of random strangers that you don't really know, and you don't know how they are, and just how do you keep an upbeat attitude?
Okay, how do you keep an upbeat attitude? Well, what do we talk about? We talk about attitude, technique, and behavior. I love speaking. I'll do it. I'll speak anytime, anywhere, to anyone, and I love this topic of speaking. So that you can't help it. If it's something you're passionate about, and there is something in you too, there's something that you're passionate about that you'll always, always, always be excited about and can't wait to share with people. That's what it is with me with speaking.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
And I love dancing too. So, sure.
Hello, sir. My name is Parker Woods. I'm number 298 from Stember County. What up, Stember? So my question is, how do you yourself, when you speak, move away from reading directly off a paper or the words in front of you and kind of get comfortable with speaking from your own thoughts for so long? Because I only saw you look at your paper for maybe 4 times that whole speech, and it was very impressive. So I'm wondering how you do it, how you get great at it.
Thank you. Okay, the question is, how do you do it? You make it into an outline, and usually just 2 pages, and again, it's from the heart. I glance down, I see this, and I just go with it. The reason you do the outline is you don't try to memorize it because you will have left out number 3. Uh-oh, I forgot to tell them number 3, I left that out. So by having that here, you have it. So just have a quick outline, and again, your speech isn't coming from here, and it certainly isn't coming from here. You're not reading that. Thank you for what? No. It's got to come from here. And if it comes from here, then you just have your outline and you just glance down at it and go from there.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Hi, sir. I'm Henry Rowe, number 319 from Stemmer County, and I was wondering, like, what did you do when you were younger to get good at public speaking, or were you good at public speaking when you were younger?
Oh, what did I do when I was younger as far as public speaking? I was in all the school plays, so that is very helpful. So if you're not, get in a school play and be up on stage and learn some lines and project yourself and have fun. And I highly recommend that. That's a great way. And take public speaking at school if you can. But the play is even more important.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. I'm from Wong County, the best county that's here. And my question is, how do you speak passionately about something you're not passionate about?
Pardon me, what was that?
How do you speak passionately about something you're not passionate to speak about?
How do you speak about something you're not passionate about? Yikes. That's no fun. Yeah, you want to speak about things that you're passionate about. You'll do a great job. If you have to do a speech, something you're not passionate about, just fake it till you make it. Yeah, and try to add some excitement to it. Yeah, I know it's terrible. I would not like to make a speech about certain things that I don't care about. That wouldn't be any fun, and you wouldn't really do a great job. But hopefully, always take charge and speak about something that you're confident and passionate about.
All right, thank you so much.
I'm Adam Brisby. I'm number 43, and I'm from Roosevelt County. I was kind of wondering, if you love public speaking so much, what stopped you from pursuing a political career?
Been pursuing a political career?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, politicians don't necessarily speak about things that they're passionate about. They're really fighting for their job every day, and they speak to get votes. And most public speakers, politicians, are terrible speakers. And I've worked with congressmen before, and helped them. But it is hard because they're on a different wavelength, and different group of people. But anyway, no, politicians I don't do too much with. Priests, yes, I do priests, and engineers, yes. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
My name's Ethan Donaldson, number 0261. I come from the Great Fish County. And my question for you was, when do you know you've lost a sale, an argument? When do you call it, personally?
When you know you've lost a sale?
Or an argument, or a speech, any of them.
When do you know? I guess usually the people will tell you no. And when they tell you no, that's it. That's why there's lots of people. You go on to somebody else. You know, I don't beat them over the head with it. You know, they'll tell you. That's all. Yeah. And some people think that sales is, twisting their arm, and you didn't get the sale. You got to go tell them this. You got to tell them that. You got to no, forget it. If move on to the next person. You'll get the next guy.
Thank you, sir.
Sure thing. In conclusion. Okay, you were a great audience today. We talked about the success triangle: attitude, technique, and behavior, and everybody got that. And this journey of 1,000 miles starts with that one step, and you've taken that step here. This is a fantastic experience for you. I hope you found some value in the program today, but the value comes from after now. What you do later when you apply this. If you don't apply it, nothing happens. There's no value. If you apply it, there is value. And I hope you have a wonderful week at Boys State and a great experience here. It was great to see you. Thank you for being a great audience. Oh, my God.
I don't know is this working? No. Is it on? All right. Well, in gratitude for your coming out to Boys State speaking, and your points get picked up throughout the week by not just the citizens, but the counselors also. American Legion Boys State of New York, grateful appreciation for your participation in the American Legion New York Boys State program, presented to Fred Ashford, New York Boys State 2026.
Well, great. Thank you, John. Thank you.
And not to forget the infamous T-shirt.
Oh, my God. My size. Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Maestro. All right, you can stand in your chairs, not on them, but in them, in the area. Stretch your legs. Try to stay in your area. Some words from our state police.
Fellas, if you've been elected a trooper or a sheriff, please meet me, Bill McKenna, the troopers, and Kevin Eaton for the sheriffs in the back right after this. Thank you.
Gentlemen, at this time, we're going to call on Chuck Osterhaus and Mike Backus for the purpose of a memorial service. Please put yourself in the presence of God.
Morning, gentlemen. Please, we may have a moment of silence. Almighty God, our Heavenly Father, with reverence and love we pause in our program to pay tribute to our honored and valiant Boy Staters and counselors that have passed away this past year. We ask that your blessing be bestowed on their families and loved ones, that their deeds constitute a daily inspiration for those who remain. We ask that you grant eternal rest for their ashes and with peace and happiness of their souls. I read names: Paul Douglas, Jim Button, Salvatore Pascori. Gracious Father, grant us the strength and courage to continue to work in this service for God and country and for the programs of the American Legion. In thy name we pray. Amen. Thank you.
Joe Geiser for Sports Update. Nope. Okay, we'll pass on that. Dean Irk and Brian Bogan on announcements.
Good morning, gentlemen. All right, so after last night, a lot of people have signed up for lobbyists. So we have to change the room. So lobbyists will meet from 2 to 4. Make sure you're done with your responsibilities back in your cities, in your counties, before you leave there. But anyways, we had to go to a larger room. So all these rooms are in the headquarters building. All right. So lobbyists, room 125. It's a big room. It says in your program that from 12:30 to 2, on your county caucuses, you're going to elect a party chairman, assistant party chairman, and they will appoint one member to the party convention rules committee and a member to the party platform committee. So in line with that, if you're selected as a platform, you are going to come up with ideas for your political party, whether it be the Nationalists or the Federalists, and try to get some excitement on why people should vote, and even cross party lines to vote for your party. And so if you're interested in that, that'd be the platform committee. So there'd be one from each county for each political party, and they'll meet at room 102, same building, from 2 to 4, working on the platforms. The county clerks, an assistant clerk. You also will meet at 2 o'clock, room 101 with Ben. He is going to go over the how to run the voting. He doesn't want to wait till election day to show you how to run the votes and things like that. So he'll meet at 2 o'clock with you, and when you're done with him, Dean or myself will work with you to select a temporary party chairman for our caucuses this evening. You will elect a permanent one, but we have to start with somebody as a temporary to start the procedure. All right. Also, we mentioned the rules committee. All right. There are in your program there are convention rules. This committee will adopt those rules and find out who's going to address that to the audiences. So they don't have to come until 3 o'clock at room 109. And these rooms all have signs on them with it. So if you're one of these people, just get up to the headquarters building and you'll find the room. And finally, the party chair and assistants. All right. That will be how you conduct the votes when you get there this evening. And so we won't need you until 3:30 and we'll use that same 109, because by then the rules people will be finished. We'll go into that room. All right, so that's a rundown of the rules. Again, if you're one of those, just go up to that building and you'll see the signs on the doors. But make sure you take care of stuff in your local county elections before you come over. Dean?
Okay, everybody's making their elections now for the people to lead them. Remember, you're forming your city, your county, and your state governors. Pick leaders that represent what you want reflected in what you're asking for, right? You're here to build a better government. So just make sure you pick good leaders, right? And pay attention to your elections. Thank you.
Is the color guard ready? Please retire the colors of this proud and great nation. Head salute. Two. Thank you, gentlemen. Counselors, take charge of your group. Gentlemen in the band, great job so far. Thank you so much. Get him now, get him now. Attention for a sports update, quick, gentlemen.
All right, on the back table, you can sign up for soccer, you can sign up for basketball to take out balls. The games will be held in Stuac, not outside. Soccer, you have to sign out a ball. Pickleball, sign up. Cross country, sign up. And if I missed anything, blame it on my senior moment. All right?